So I decided to put all of the instructions along with the attachments into a glog and have you follow it this way. So those of you who are in class on Tuesday night know that we're not having class next week. So we really are doing 2 weeks worth of assignments. So the first assignment we would have done just by itself was going to be the website resources. But like I said in class Tuesday night, I had you build your WebQuest shell first. So we worked backwards. And then we went into the website resources and then WebQuest research. So for those that you were in class, you're not going to have to worry about what I have here. You've already completed that, but I wanted this to be for those students too that needed a refresher in what we had done, as well as those students that had missed class on Tuesday night. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to complete the Week 8 website resources assignment. And there are 3 documents for the assignment, and the requirements are in the attachments. So the 3 documents are the assignment, the table that you're required to use to insert your selections into it, no exceptions, and then the checklist that will be used to grade your final product. You are going to upload all of those items to your website, to the assignment link, but we are going to use one assignment link only, and I'm going to show you how to do multiple submissions. So as you finish the first assignment, don't upload it until you finished all 3, okay? So over here on the paperclip, this is week 8. There's the assignment, there's the checklist that's going to tell you how you're going to get graded, and here's the table resources. So you're going to use that for week 8. For week 2, or for the second one, you're going to complete the week 9 WebQuest research assignment. And for that, there are 2 documents for the assignment. The requirements are in the attachments. The 2 documents are the assignment and the rubric that will be used to grade your product, and you'll upload the final document to your website and the assignment link. Again, you're going to upload to the assignment link when everything is completed. And that is right here. Here's a week 9 WebQuest research assignment and week 9 rubric for WebQuest research. So there's a differentiator in that in week 9, which would have been next week, we would have done the research and we would have actually created your WebQuest in class. So that's why those 2 are labeled week 9. So don't get confused on that. Again, look at the differentiator, WebQuest research and WebQuest research as opposed to WebQuest. So your final thing, once you've done those 2, is to actually complete the WebQuest assignment. And there's 2 documents for that. The requirements are in the attachments. You have 2 documents, the assignment and the rubric that will be used to grade your product. You're going to upload the address to your WebQuest, to your website, and to the assignment link. And again, here is the WebQuest, and it just says WebQuest, doesn't say research on it, and here it says WebQuest research, or excuse me, WebQuest rubric. So those are the attachments for the week. You're going to go into your account to create your to actually create the WebQuest. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my WebQuest that I did on Tuesday, so that everyone else can see how to do this. So I'm going to do the, let's see, which one did I do? Okay. I know I differentiated them. Okay, here it is. Okay, so for those of you that don't remember how to do this, you're going to go into your Google Sites. You will have one link there, and that's to your website. So you're not going to click on that. You're going to click on Create, and in Classic Sites, and then you're going to do a blank template. You're going to name your site. I'm going to name mine Dr. Massey WebQuest 2018. Okay, and again, we're going to click on I'm Not a Robot, and then we're going to click Create. And you can see right here that it is creating your WebQuest. At least the title. We haven't done the pages yet. Okay, so now I have my name up here. That's the edit pencil. Here's your adding pages. So we're going to add the pages. The first page we're going to add is the task page. We're not going to do anything with these buttons. We're just going to click Create. And we have to click Save. Otherwise it won't save the page. We're going to do this again, and we're going to name the page Process, and click Create. and save. And then another page, evaluation, and create. And then save. And then the last page we're going to have is the conclusion. And again, create. Okay, so click Save. Now, the pages are not in the order they need to be. WebQuest are very specific in the fact that they produced a very specific, outcome. The pages are they need to be in the order in order to be able to have the students advance in a specific manner. So I have to go through and reorder the pages. So I'll go back to the little wheel here, and I'm going to click on Edit Site Layout, and I'm going to scroll over here, click on Navigation, unclick Automatically Organize those because it puts it in alphabetical order. Go to Add Page, and we're going to start with the home page, and click OK. We're going to go to the Task page and click OK. We're going to go to the Process page and click OK. Evaluation and click OK. And then Conclusion and click OK. Now we have Home, Task, Process, Evaluation, and Conclusion. And that's the order they need to be in. We click OK. If you remember from your website, we need a footer, so we're going to click on Custom Footer. And down here we're going to go ahead and put in our contact information. That's your email address. I leave a few spaces in between. Last date updated, and today is 3/8. And we need to hyperlink our email, so we left click with our mouse and drag it over, and we're going to click on the little link here to hyperlink it. And then we're going to do one more thing here. I like to center mine, but I also want to make my font bigger so my contact information can be seen. That's totally up to you, but you do have to follow the steps up to the hyperlinking of your web address. And then click OK, and then it's going to be on all of your pages. And then we can click Close. Now, one of the things that I talked about in class is that the home page is actually the introduction page. So we're going to click the Edit pencil, and we're going to change the home page to Introduction. So that way it truly does follow the WebQuest format. So now it's saving it. So now my pages are in the order they're supposed to be in: Introduction, Task, Process, Evaluation, and Conclusion. This is the address that you have to copy and put onto your own website and submit it to Blackboard. So when you submit to Blackboard, go to the assignments, and again, I had all of these documents in here. For the people that were in class, they knew what we were doing. For those that missed, this is going to be too confusing, so that's why I'm creating a glog that you're going to click on. So if you click on the title, and again, you would have the table that you constructed for the website resources for your website resource assignments. You'll have the WebQuest research assignment, and then you'll have the address of your WebQuest, which you can put in a Word document. So that would be 3 documents. So when you go to Browse My Computer, so we're just going to click on anything right now to show you can do multiple submissions. You click Open, and then you go back again and you do Browse again, and you click, and you can do that as many times as you need to. The only thing you can't do is once you click Submit, I've only got 1 submission allowed, so then you're going to end up having to contact me, and I just want 1 submission for this particular assignment, since I have basically 3 assignments in one. So you would click Submit after you have all your documents in. If you find that you made a mistake and you have a document you don't want to put in there, you just click Do Not Attach. It says OK, and then you could browse for your document again. So that should be pretty clear. And again, once you're finished with it, click on Submit. Okay, so I'm going to click Cancel because I don't want to submit anything. For those of you that were missing in class, I do want to go over a little bit on the lecture I did in class, so you have some background about the WebQuest. So I'm going to go over the few of the slides that will help you to understand how these are going to go through and in the order you have to have them in. Okay, so on the introduction, which is the first page, which we turned into, it was going to be the home page, but we renamed it to introduction. Again, it's going to provide basic information, introduce the participants to the situation, and often offers a simulation of a real-life situation to make it more of the task more attractive. Now, on your week 9 WebQuest research assignment, there's 2 parts to that. There's locating 3 interesting WebQuests that can kind of help you to see how WebQuests are constructed, and then the second part of that is to do an outline of what you would like to do your WebQuest on. That's going to help you to build your WebQuest. That's why you have to do these in sequence. The task is going to tell your learner what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. It could be that the product that's going to be completed is a PowerPoint, a speech, a play, artwork, a game, a movie. Anything that's accessible is going to be a task. The process. This is the page that will have the most amount of information, and I'm looking for a lot of depth here. This is a page where would be the equivalent of your lesson plan, where you're doing the scope and sequencing, and you have all the information there. It has to provide the learner with enough information that they can proceed, very specific step-by-step instructions. It lets the learner know the process that they'll go through to accomplish the task, and it can also provide help, comments, advice. Again, it will have the most information. I will caution you that if you're going to put one thing right after another, you're going to want to differentiate it by maybe making it bold, putting a highlight on it, so that way you're using the jigsaw color coding method. That will help to differentiate the steps to the learner. And make sure you number it. So step 1, step 2, step 3, and so on. That'll help you. You're going to have information resources that goes into the process page. That is going to be, according to the rubric, it's called an information organizer. It's going to be a list of a way to actually collect all the information that they would be asked to do. So it can be a document. So for example, when I gave you guys the criteria sheet in class, which was the equivalent of the rubric that you were using to evaluate those websites in class, that would be considered an information organizer. And the external and internal links that I'm referring to, in the website resource assignment, which is the first assignment you're going to complete, that is locating a minimum of 3 external websites that support your WebQuest. So again, you can use worksheets, videos, anything that's going to bring clarity to your students. And that goes on the process page. So your evaluation page it has to be a rubric. It can't be anything but a rubric. I don't want to see a checklist. I want an actual rubric. I gave you a link to Rubistar that you can create a rubric there. You want to be able to measure the results of your specific objective and outcome, and it has to fit the goals and objectives of your assignment. The product and the process have to be evaluated, and so that's why you use the rubric to grade the end product. So in the same vein, I did a rubric for the WebQuest. I did a checklist for your website evaluation. Checklists at certain times are fine, but when you're measuring specific results, then you want to use a rubric. Your last page is your conclusion, and this is where I'm looking for about no less than 3 to 4 paragraphs, because you're going to talk about the activities. So you're going to summarize what the students should have done. You're going to provide a reflection piece on the project. So overall, what went well, what didn't go well, what you might change. You're going to extend and generalize what was learned, and then you're going to provide a sense of closure. That's why it's a minimum of 3 to 4 paragraphs. And I'm going to be looking at that for grammar, syntax, etc. So those are the pages that you have to have. So I wanted to go through this with you, especially those that were absent in class, just to give you that idea of what was the expectation. So again, for those that were not there, you're going to start with the website assignment. You're going to then go to, so that's website resources. You're going to go to the WebQuest research, and you're going to complete the final phase, which is your WebQuest. So I'm going to attach my lecture to my Blogster, and hopefully that will help you. So if you have any questions, let me know. You can text me or come by and see me.